You the chef, dog. Keep cooking.
Uh-oh. I knew sooner or later I would come across this video.
What's up, y'all? It's Jay Watts. I'm actually making candles right now as I'm making myself a snack. I'm making me some Chef Boyardee noodles. But I wanted to mention something about this content that I'm doing, protecting Hannah and helping Hannah. See, a lot of people don't realize the gravity of the situation. There's a lot of childish people out there who don't realize the gravity of the situation. Now, I'm gonna aim this a little bit like this. Now, last time one of Dontay's exes appeared on one of our channels, it was Yasmin. Now, somebody went out and solicited Yasmin, asking her and Yasmin mom both to come get on a live stream to answer questions about Dontay. So this girl was brought on one of our channels over on Trey Watts' channel. And I'll give Trey 100% props for having that girl come over there. So she came over to the channel and Trey was interviewing her. Trey was asking her some questions. Everybody was kind of asking questions. And people were getting on the screen and asking questions, things like this and that. But one thing they didn't do was protect that girl. They didn't protect her. And I'm not saying Trey didn't. Trey had moderators at the time on his channel. He had mods. He had about 5 or 6 mods on that live stream. There were people in that chat attacking that girl, saying she was lying, kind of doing like what they're saying about, me and Hannah's cousins and Hannah's sisters, saying we're not real, we're lying, this is all staged, it's all, I'm helping Dontay. The same thing was happening on Trey's channel. Now, the girl got so worked up, she bounced. She left the chat. She left the whole interview. She just left. She didn't feel protected. She felt that she got sucked into Dontay's world. People who didn't even ask to be here. Hannah didn't even ask to be here. She got sucked into Dontay's world. Got on these channels of all of these people she didn't even know. She had no idea who these people were that were interviewing her. She had no idea. So she probably thought this is some more of Dontay's bullshit. This is all the stuff going on. People in the crowd challenging her, calling her this, calling her that, saying she ain't got proof. Just the girl bounced. Yasmin said, I'm out of here. I took off. So once Yasmin took off, everybody was in the comments upset. Oh man, y'all chased her off. Y'all chased her off, bro. I'm really making candles. You see, I got my candle making stuff right here. I'm really making candles. But yeah, and they was like, yeah, man, y'all chased her off, bro. Why y'all do that girl like that? Now, you got to remember, none of these girls that Dontay is bringing into the picture know who we are. We know who we are because we're reading each other's comments. We know who we are because we're actual content creators that was on each other's content. We see each other's content. These women don't go around watching our content. They just don't. So when we bring them into our world, we got to protect them, especially if they're victims of abuse from Dontay. We bring them into our world. We need to stand guard. And Hannah and her family knows if you come to the barbecue, and I told you already from the get-go, it's a safe space. I gotten rid of 4 people that I roll with. I have gotten rid of 4 people that I roll with because I promised I will protect you. If the people on my team can't respect me enough to know that I'm here to protect this girl that we're bringing in, and I said she's got a safe place here, I'm gonna protect her. If you don't respect that and you don't respect me and respect her, I'll get rid of you. Because I was here already. Way before I was doing content about Dontay and everything, I was already here. So if you say, oh, I don't care if you was here or not, I'm gonna challenge what you saying on your channel or challenge your content, challenge your intentions. You gone. And that's what just happened. That's what just happened dealing with 2 people on my channel who I used to roll with. They challenged me on something. And I specifically told them, we're here to protect this girl. We're bringing her in. She didn't ask to be here. She didn't ask for none of this stuff. Dontay is bringing these people in. And now that he's bringing all these people in and spitting them out, chewing them up and spitting them out, we're not going to do them the same way. That's not what we do. I'm not designed like that. So some of you creators out there, y'all might be designed like that. To sucker people in, to get them in, and then attack them because they're defenseless. They don't know who none of us are. You can attack them and they don't know who's attacking me. Who are you? Are you on my side, his side, your side, their side? I don't know you people. Hannah don't know y'all. So when y'all sitting around attacking these people, but they see you talking to us like we buddy, now they starting to challenge my integrity. If Hannah and her family is like, wait a minute, Jeff said he protecting us, but it's people on the channel attacking us, but Jeff's cool with the people that's attacking us. Wait a minute, Jeff, are you setting us up? And that's how Yasmin felt when she was on there with Trey Watts. She felt maybe she was being set up by Trey. And I'm going to tell you right now, Trey wasn't setting nobody up. Trey can't do it all, which is why on his live streams, he had moderators. I do live streams. When you do lives, you can't do lives and also be in the comments. It's hard to do that. Somebody's got to be in the comments moderating it. It's hard to say, not only am I going to conduct this interview, but I'm going to do the administration at the same time. See, Trey trusted people to handle that, and they wasn't handling it. See, I'm not doing live streams right now. I'm just on comments, and I'm just doing videos. So if I see somebody doing something, I can handle it. So I'm handling it. I told him, hey, if you guys rolling with me and I say I'm going to protect y'all, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. And people thought I was joking. They laughing. Ha, ha, ha. The barbecue getting set up. The barbecue stupid. The barbecue, he getting played like a fiddle. Ha, ha. I can't wait till this blow up in his face. Ain't nothing blowing up in my face. I do my due diligence. I do my research. I do check shit. And when I did it and I said, okay, this is on the up and up, this is legit, and you still came at me sideways, I get rid of it because I promised the family I will protect them. These people don't know us. They don't know none of us creators. They only met us through Dontay and through us reviewing Dontay's content. And we critiqued Hannah on top of that too. So in order for them to say, how do we not know you just setting us up, Jeff? I told you I got your back. I don't set people up. I don't play games. I don't need the content like that. If I say, come on in, you with me, then I'm your bodyguard then. Even my own people, if they try to play you sideways because they going to disrespect me like that, then they ain't my real people then. Them ain't my real people. If you don't go, okay, hey, Jeff, he helping the family out, y'all. If we got Jeff back, then we got his back. But if we going to play games with Jeff and screw with Jeff, then we ain't got Jeff's back. Some people didn't have my back and I got rid of them. I told you, I'm here to take care of you. Don't worry about it. Now, hopefully through all of this, we end up doing some community work. We end up letting each other, collab on stuff. Be okay with collabing with another creator over the entire gamut of what we're talking about right now, especially the narcissism, especially going through trauma, coming out a winner on the other side. We will be doing collabs. A lot of us will be because we got content to create as a community, not as individual channels, but as a community that can reach out and say, hey, we all came together. It's almost like group therapy. We all came together. We all talked things out. We all gave our experiences. We all started making content with each other, and that content started getting released out on the internet. We could do that. This is bigger than just me. It's bigger than just my channel. This is all of us together. So if we don't all want to come together and do this content together, what are we here for? I want to work directly with some of y'all. I want some of y'all to work directly with Hannah, especially the women in this group who's been through what Hannah's been through. When Hannah gets back on this channel, y'all need to get together. Y'all need to start doing content and having those chats, having those emotions come out on video so you can let Hannah know, I'm with you. Don't worry about it. Because I'm telling you, she's going to get emotional in some of her live streams. If she's doing live streams, it's going to get emotional because she really went through it. And that's why I think it'll be good if a woman was right there with her, like a big sister, an aunt, like a mom or something. Just stick with her because this content is going to hit some people in a very real way because this is a very real situation with real people involved. And I'm glad y'all here to help that girl out. That's all I can say. I can only get so far. I'll carry her this far, but y'all might have to carry the rest of the way. This is why I'm hoping we can all do this content together.
Hey everyone, it's Dr. Romany. Let's talk about consequences, right? Consequences are what happen after a behavior and shape whether that behavior happens again. So what kinds of consequences matter to a narcissistic person? The way we shape anyone's behavior is the consequences we set for someone's behavior. Behavior is shaped by consequences, right? Pay me extra for the extra work, I'm going to want to keep doing the extra work. Give a person frequent flyer miles and perks, they may keep flying your airline. Give a kid a gold star, he may keep making his bed, right? It's not quite that simple, but it's also kind of that simple, right?
Okay, now that part is kind of funny with her talking about consequences and what you get from it. Remember we did a video showing how Dontay doesn't have that concept of consequence in his head. His son was acting up in school, and what happened? He rewarded his son for that. He didn't give him a consequence. His son is learning that every day, that he doesn't get consequences for his actions. He's raising him to be a narcissist, basically. You can do whatever you want to do, get the attention, act out, and I'm going to reward you. I'm going to defend you acting out by rewarding you for doing it. When you don't do what somebody at home tells you to do and you act out, you don't do what somebody tells you at school, I'm going to make sure I come and I cater to that. That is how you raise a narcissist. That's how Dontay was raised. He always says in his videos how his mom always has to bail him out of situations, how she always has to give him money, always has to do this and that. He told people, I was raised to be rewarded for bad behavior. I'm doing my son the same way. This is why these videos are important. You guys are seeing this in real time. You guys have friends like this, have family members like this. This is why these videos are important. We as a community witness something going on, witness narcissism going on, and now we have the tools to go out and help somebody else not have that personality disorder overtake their lives.
I mean, listen, with animals, this is much easier. Food is almost always rewarding for every animal, right? You give your pup a treat after they do whatever thing you want them to do, and we assume that they keep getting the treat when they keep doing the thing you want. We can shape their behavior so they'll keep learning to do the thing we want them to do. It'll become a habit. Every so often we'll reward them, and that'll be enough. For people, this can be a lot more complicated because with people, unlike animals where food is almost always rewarding, we have to figure out what is rewarding for someone, right? If you give that person who does that extra work just $5, that may not be enough to interest them in doing that again, but a much more meaningful amount of money, or perhaps something that might be even more meaningful to them, like maybe a day off or a better parking spot, that may then result in the desired behavior to repeat.
Now that part is very important. She said, when you reward somebody for doing a certain task, they're going to keep repeating it over and over again. When you reward a narcissist for doing something, they're going to keep being narcissistic. They're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Now, what Dontay would always say is, the reason why I do this content about me being poor, about poverty, about me living in low income, about me doing welfare fraud is because you guys reward me for it. You enable me. You guys give me views for it. When I try to do content of me doing something right, you guys don't watch it. So I stop doing that content and I only do content like this. He told you that. A narcissist told you, you guys are rewarding me for bad behavior. So I got to keep doing this over and over. The women that are with him, they reward him when they sit and take his shit all the time. When he's sitting there being angry and going off for no reason, rimming on you, saying the most meanest evil things, just like Hannah said, when we argue, you could be a little bit nicer. You do say some pretty evil things. You reward a narcissist when you don't leave. He says, well, you allow me to do it. You're still here. You stay here. So in my narcissistic brain, I'm doing something right. Because if I wasn't doing right, you'd leave. And you're not going to leave. Because if you do leave, I'm going to change and love bomb you and hoover you and reach out to you to make you come back. When you come back, I'm going to repeat those same things that rewarded me with you staying here. See, with a narcissist, you're trapped in a loop. It's a loop of stupidity. You keep thinking, am I dumb? They keep treating you like you dumb, saying, well, this person is dumb. It's a loop of stupidity. Same with the people who go to his channel. They're trapped in a loop of being stupid, saying, oh, God got you, Dontay. This is amazing. This is great. He's tricking y'all. The people who see through it are called haters. Oh, you a hater because you don't believe that Dontay really finna get his lights turned off. You don't really think you a hater. And he tells you, well, I stage content to make you guys feel sorry for me. So you keep watching my content. I lied to you to make you feel sorry for me. When you reward a narcissist, this is what you end up with. We're going to go a lot about narcissism because there's so many levels to this that you guys witnessed in real time. And I don't even think you knew what you were watching.
We got to figure out for each person what matters. Now that's rewards, right? That stuff's called positive reinforcement. But what about other kinds of consequences? Punishment, for example, is a consequence, right? We give someone something aversive. We do something to someone that's aversive with the goal that they stop the behavior. A speeding ticket, being grounded for coming home late, docking a person's pay for not showing up. You want them to stop the thing they're doing, so you penalize them, right? Now,
You want them to stop the thing they're doing, so you penalize them. Don't you know the content that we've been doing? All of us reviewers, this is penalty content. You've been doing something to people that you shouldn't have been doing. Not only the subscribers, but the people you have been making get in your content. The people you have been telling to be in your content, to lie to people, defraud people, abusing people just because they won't be in your content, just because they won't set up the camera right, just because they don't want to do something. You want to abuse these people. And we've heard it from Yasmin. We've heard it. Oh yeah, if I don't do content a certain way, he argues, he's upset, he's yelling at me, he's cussing. People are giving you consequence right now for all of that. You might think, oh, why they going so hard on this guy? Why they running? Because this is your consequence. This is your speeding ticket. This is your dock and pay. So when you come to YouTube and you try to play people in real life to do content, there's a consequence for that. We are that.
punishment, we know, doesn't work as well as those rewards, as that positive reinforcement to shape behavior. But if a consequence is aversive enough, losing a driver's license, missing out on a fun event, losing a job, then just the possibility of the consequence may be enough to keep a person in line. And you don't even have to deliver the consequence because they don't want it to happen.
And that's consequence, which is the opposite of entitlement. See, when you don't want something to happen, when you don't want that consequence to happen, you change your behavior. You stop doing a certain thing. Just like if you don't want to keep getting your comments removed, you stop leaving stupid comments in a place that ain't rolling like that. You don't go to a comment section of a church and start putting in devil worshiping chants. They're probably going to remove that. And you can't sit up and go, oh, well, I have a right to say what I want to say. I got a right to free speech. You got to realize the room where you at. You can't just show up in some gospel, on a gospel channel and start typing in devil Satan chants. Like, well, it's still a chant. I should have a right to say it. No, it don't work like that. There's a consequence for that. And just like with the way Dontay's acting, there's a consequence for that. If you get online doing what you're doing, playing the games you play, oh, trust me, things will go down. And if your behavior don't change, we'll be back.
But the consequence of the behavior has to be meaningful to a person if it's going to change or shape their behavior. And this is where it gets tricky with narcissistic folks. Many of you may think, listen, I can't get out of this relationship, or I have to have ongoing contact with this person, so I have to figure out some kind of consequence so their behavior isn't so awful. Or you may want to figure out a reward that will get them to repeat a behavior that you want them to do. Let's break down this whole consequence problem a little bit. So first, when you're thinking about this in terms of narcissistic people, let's start with what is meaningful to narcissistic people as a reward. For most narcissistic folks, validation and admiration and other clear sources of narcissistic supply are incredibly motivating. So that will include effusive praise, attention, applause, being told they're great, overblown gratitude.
Overblown gratitude. And this is where Hannah came into the picture. In order for her to survive a narcissistic relationship with this guy, she had to keep giving him praise just so he would stop hammering on her. And he would still hammer on her anyways. So no matter what she tried to do, like I said, she's left about 4 times. No matter what she tried to do, he would always come back with anger, with aggression, with the problem, because that's what narcissists do. They don't change. You only put a Band-Aid on it for a little bit, which is why I understand what she was going through. Now, to leave a narcissist, you leave, and they usually going to try to find a way to call you back because they need that supply. They need that praise. They need that, oh, you're doing great. Oh, your channel's amazing. Oh, you're making a lot of money. Oh, you're so handsome. They need that every day. So if a narcissist is single, they're going to go crazy. They don't know what to do. They're going to go out and look for a new supply because they need that constant reaffirmation. That's the consequence they're looking for. If I do this, are you going to praise me? They're constantly looking for praise. Hannah was giving them that supply. She had to do it because she had to keep the peace in her own home. A lot of people understand that.
It may also be proximity to important people or VIPs or people whom they perceive to be VIPs, or being at the right concert, the right event, the right party, whatever the hip or cultural cred that gives them status is. Other things may include high status items, cars, clothing, jewelry, watches, boats.
Now, I'm glad she said high status items. What did he put on that dating profile? That he's going to college, at this expensive college. He's a psychology major. He's an actor. What he didn't say is that he delivers groceries at Buncha. A narcissist can't tell you the truth. A narcissist is going to give themselves the highest accolades of anything. Oh, I'm an actor, trying to be in a commercial, getting a Grammy. That's what a narcissist does. Oh, I go to this college. I'm a psychology major at this very expensive prestigious I got a luxury apartment. That's what a narcissist does. I'm telling you, you didn't know what you was watching until now.
Now, since you are not going to give a narcissistic person a boat for emptying the trash, do keep in mind that other rewards, such as giving them lots of praise, but then you have to be careful because all that praise can't seem fake, because for all of the narcissistic person's lack of empathy and disconnection, they actually have a really well-honed sense of when they are being spoken to like they're an 8-year-old child, like, oh, you took out the trash, oh my God, my sweetie.
Now, who do we know that talks like that in a high-pitched voice every time he's my baby? Who's raising his son like that? Who even talks to his mom like that? Whose mom is on the phone? Oh, I'm doing good, baby. I'm telling you, these are narcissists. This whole group of people are narcissists. For some strange reason, the enablers on this channel couldn't peep none of this out. Now, I was looking at some comments from like 4 or 5 months ago on this other channel that was reviewing them. Do you know how many people in those comments were saying narcissism? This was like 4 months ago. See, the people on the review channels were getting it. They understood. They were like, oh man, this dude pure narcissist. Man, this dude's a narcissist. They were saying this 4 months ago. I'm reading comments on other review channels. Way before I started my narcissism series. People knew exactly what they were watching if they were on the review channels because they were calling it out. On his channel, nobody was saying, oh man, you a pure narcissist, bro. No. The review channels was where the truth was. Because they're, oh, baby, my baby, hey, baby. And this is exactly what she's saying. You got that high praise. You're speaking in like weird voices and you're giving them overly praises and stuff for doing simple shit. Like walking to the front door. Baby, you came to the front door, baby. Weird shit.
Needs to be something a little more subtle, like, hey, thanks so much for getting the trash out. So helpful to me. I know how busy you've been, so thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. That means I can go take care of this. Now, you're going to want to throw up after saying that to them, especially since they may only take out the trash 1 out of every 10 times, but it may up the odds that they might do it 2 out of every 10 times.
Now, in my opinion, with a narcissist, this is why Dontay probably can't hold a job, because job people talk to him normal. They go, oh man, appreciate you for doing that, man. Thanks for doing that. They're not talking to him in that high-pitched voice, that extra praise voice. Oh, Dontay, oh my God, you put all the chips on the shelf. Oh my God, you're amazing. And he's like, yeah, I put all the chips on the shelf. Yeah, you boy handsome. Yeah, you boy handsome. I put the chips on the shelf. You boy handsome. Yeah. See, he don't get all that shit at a real job. They be like, okay, thanks, appreciate that. Hey, now you move that here. You do this. It'll be a real job. He can't hold a job because the praise isn't there. The narcissistic supply isn't there. It's a normal, everyday, average, talking to humans back and forth. Narcissists are not normal in the head. To them, it doesn't register. Why are you not praising me? I put these chips on the shelf and all you saying is good job. I don't get no, oh my God, Dontay, look, the bags are all lined up perfectly. Even the letters are no, yeah, I did it right. You boy handsome. Yeah, you boy handsome. Stupid.
Remember, it's all about supply, and supply is the only thing that matters to them. So if you want them to do something again or keep doing something, figure out what kind of supply is meaningful to them. It's not all created the same, and give that to them if you can. It may also be part of a fluffing strategy that you need to do to get something done. Figure out what kind of supply they like most, offer it up, get them to do the thing you need, and be done with it. Does that feel manipulative? Sure, but it's kids' play compared to the kind of manipulation you're enduring in this relationship.
Now you see how she said, you got to do things. You got to survive. So you've got to do things too if you want to endure this relationship. That's the point I think Hannah was at. She had to figure out a way. How do I get this guy to be nice to me? How do I get him to stop hammering on me? Oh, I'm going to talk to him like this. Oh, Dante, you're so amazing. That's a great idea. Sure, you could be a CEO. You're smart enough. Oh, yeah, Grammy, you're a great actor. She had to play the game. And we saw it on video. We saw her playing the game in order to get by. Even Dr. Romney says you've got to figure out a way how to cater to a narcissist if you want to endure that relationship. Now I see what she means, which is why I apologize to Hannah, because in hindsight, I realize it.
And remember, your supply doesn't always work as well as someone else's, so you can only get so far with that. Now, what about what I call the dark rewards, right? Narcissistic supply isn't just praise and prizes and validation and stuff and status. Narcissistic supply can also be the narcissist getting a rise or a strong emotional reaction out of someone else. When they do that, it's its own form of supply because it allows the narcissistic person to feel dominant, in control, and to maintain their identity as the strong one.
Now, I'm glad she said that, because in how many of Dante's videos does he say, I need to get your emotions. I need to do this to make you emotional. I need to see that you care. See, he wanted to control how you felt. The gospel music, when he's not really a gospel person, the God stuff, the wearing crosses on his shirts and everything. He was doing whatever he could do to control your emotions. That's how he said, oh, I control y'all. Y'all here to see me. I'm the brand. My name is who they here to see. I'm the content. I got the power. I got the control. I don't need to say nothing. I don't even have to put a title. I control y'all. Y'all gonna come here anyways. That's exactly how he was acting, just like a narcissist.
And subsequently label you as weak because you're so emotional. It can also be supply for them to witness someone fail or lose or watch someone experience anything that allows them to think of themselves as great and the other person as less. If the narcissistic person is mad at someone or believes that they have been wronged by someone, it may also be either seeing the narcissistic person's own attempt at getting revenge succeed, or watching that the person that they perceive as doing them wrong going down. If the narcissistic person thinks their revenge is working or their baiting is working, they're going to keep doing it.
Now, that's interesting that she said that if a narcissist wants revenge on you or something like that and he thinks it is working, they're going to keep doing it. He's made videos saying that all the women he's getting with is for revenge on his baby's mom. He said that on video. I only got with her just to get back at my son's mom. I only got back at her to see if I could find an equal to my son's mom. See, he even admits he's doing things purely out of revenge, but all the content is love, 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 emotions, emotions, love, love. And then when all the chips fall and it didn't work out as the narcissist thought it was going to work out, they wants to pretend, oh, well, I did it for revenge. Okay, I did it just to get back at my son's mom. I did. And everybody's not catching on to it except the reviewers. The viewers who are watching, God got you. You deserve better than her, Dante. She wasn't even on your level. I agree. These women are above his level.
That's tricky. What do you do with consequences there? So you might be thinking, but what about when they do things that I do not like? What about those behaviors I just want them to stop? What then? Now that gets a lot more complicated. If we know what constitutes the strongest narcissistic supply for them, well, we can build on that to figure out what will make them uncomfortable. And that would be losing supply, less attention, admiration and validation, taking those things away. So when they're yammering on one more time about something in their life that they don't like or that they don't agree with or someone's doing them wrong, don't engage with them. This is why techniques like gray rock exist. It's basically a way of taking away narcissistic supply.
Taking away their narcissistic supply. It's called gray rock, which rhymes with Trey Watts, but it also rhymes with Jay Watts. So I guess we are your gray rock.
Another sort of way of giving a consequence is by not noticing something in them. They're wearing some fancy new thing or engaging in some kind of grandiose prattle about something they did. And you may just nod and say, yeah, cool, that sounds like fun. And they want you to ooh and ah, ooh, you have the front row ticket. Nobody can get those tickets. You not doing that turns you into less interesting supply. If you're fortunate, they may take their ridiculous conversations elsewhere. So this is, again, where it gets a lot more difficult. Let's think about a difficult conversation. For example, they're gaslighting you or baiting you. You know intellectually that if you get into the mud with them, it is going to escalate and just keep getting worse. At those times, because you don't want that to keep happening, the best consequence is to disengage Even when they escalate and say worse and worse things, remember what the reward for them is. You losing it, you getting angry, you showing emotion. If you do that, you are in essence giving them that, honestly, positive reward, and they're going to do it again.
So Hannah, I hope you heard that part, that he's going to get more angry. And I know you know that's true because you even said it in the video. Oh, you could be a lot nicer when we argue because you be saying some pretty mean things. And that's the reward for him. Arguing with him is a reward because he gets to say everything that's already in his rotten ass soul anyways. He wants to say the meanest things and get them out and be like, oh yeah, I got power now. All this mean stuff I said to her, now she's over in the corner crying. I'm controlling her emotions. Yeah, that's what a narcissist does. They don't want to make you happy. They don't want to make you glad. They gaslight you to keep you around because the truth of what they want to do is just, I want to rip you a new one so bad. I want to say something so bad because they got all this rage inside of them because they're not getting their way. They got all this anger pent up inside of them. So they're thinking, if I could just get you to argue with me about something, anything, and they blow up at the smallest little things because creating an argument is their whole intention.
You may think, that's ridiculous. How could my losing it be a reward? Because it goes back to what I just said. It lets them feel like they're the ones who are well put together and dominant. So do not give it to them. So what are other consequences for the narcissistic person that are meaningful? One is when they do what we call losing face, when they look bad socially. This isn't really about shaping their behavior, but just knowing that when they aren't the good one, the center of attention, the winner, then for a lot of narcissistic folks, that can really unsettle them.
When they look bad socially, it becomes unsettling. Now, we know that because once I started my audit and started going back into all of his old content, what happened? He dropped off the face of the planet for like 30 days. I was just getting into my audit. So I'm auditing his content. I'm going through showing everybody who this dude is, pulling up all of his old videos, and all of a sudden he just disappears. He started looking bad socially. A narcissist does not want to do that. He wanted the views off of that because he wanted the revenue off all those videos. But he did not want those videos to make him look bad. He thought he had enough excuses and enough bullshit in y'all to say everything he went through, the girls put him through it. Dontay didn't do that. The girls put him through all of that. Once I started proving how fake it was, how much of a fraud he was, how much of a narcissist he truly was, he disappeared. Narcissists don't like that. When they look socially bad, oh, they're out of here.
Now, that's a very tough consequence for you to issue because it can just as easily backfire on you if you're trying to paint them in a bad light to others. The best thing you can do is just let them be them, because at some point they will lose face. It's inevitable with them that they'll behave badly. Sometimes us engaging with them doesn't let that natural process unfold. Let them be the ones who do it.
And in my opinion, this is what Hannah's doing right now. She's laying low. She's letting Dontay sink Dontay. Everybody knows that she loved this man. She thought her marriage was going to be forever. That's what she got into it for. What is he doing? Already out looking for a new supply. He's on dating websites. He's lying about who he really is. Oh, I'm a psychology major at this expensive college. Oh, I'm an actor. She's letting him be him, and he's tanking himself. She don't have to say a single thing. Hannah's laying low right now. She's going to come out and tell her story when it's time to tell her story. But right now, she ain't got to. Dontay is telling his story, and it's not a good one.
Now, another loss for them is a loss of success or attainment, or looking back, or like their work not going the way they want. And then again, there often isn't much you can do to make that happen in most cases as a consequence, but when it does, it's definitely a meaningful consequence for them. For example, let's say they mismanage money at work or behave inappropriately at work, and they get called out on it. They will typically go down the witch hunt rabbit hole or blame other people. But if there are real losses for them, loss of a professional title, a license, a reputation, a public image, that is a very meaningful consequence for them. Again, it just may be a consequence you may not be able to generate.
Yeah, Dr. Rahman even said it. Hannah, you probably can't generate a consequence to damage his social media. Just like he knew about his exes, they didn't have enough. He had all the followers. He had all the gagachus. He had everybody on his team. But they didn't have the barbecue like you got. See, if they had the barbecue like you had, oh, shit would have went a little different. That's why he don't got nothing to say right now. He's not online trying to bash you and call you out and have some new girl doing interviews about you and everything. Because how is he going to say something about the barbecue? See, we got him on the grill right now. He don't know what to do. You called the right people.
What's another big consequence for narcissistic folks? When they lose superficial stuff, like literal stuff, Money, fancy house, that's a big loss. But also another consequence, and the interesting thing about this consequence is that it will happen, this consequence I'm about to talk about will happen to every narcissistic person in the world if they live long enough, which is getting old. I actually think that narcissistic people don't really ever believe they will get older or that they'll ever die. And getting old means bodies that don't work as well, wrinkles, breasts that don't stay up, erections that don't show up, hair that falls out, and at some point the fillers, surgeons, and all the rest of it can't make it go away. And despite the narcissistic tech bro prattling about things you can eat and do to live to be 180 years old, at this point in time, the loss of power that aging brings is the ultimate consequence that all narcissistic people will ultimately face.
So all these people on this channel, especially these old ass people, I see these old people on the channel. Dontay, you so handsome. They jealous of you because you handsome. See, they not handsome like you, Dontay. You handsome. Yeah, that's not going to last forever. At some point, you age, you get grays. Some point, your muscles ain't as big as they used to be. You can't run as fast as you used to. Life happens. A narcissist, you got a small window of opportunity. See, if you ain't somebody real, and you ain't somebody who's worth value, all your shit's gonna collapse. Ain't nobody gonna hang out with no narcissists at no old age. You're gonna have shit, you ain't gonna have cars or houses. You're gonna have a job because you can't do that. Narcissists can't hold a job. They're not good with money. They're not good with people. So all of this, what you hearing right now in this little world you creating on your little channel, oh, you so handsome. Yeah, your boy you look good, your boy handsome, your boy. That shit ain't real. Life is real, and life is coming for you.
And I know you're thinking, Dr. Romney, that is not gratifying to hear. I can't push fast forward on the clock. No, it's not. Because you may not want to wait that long. But that consequence is always out there dangling. And there ain't no Botox in the world that's going to take it away. Now, since most of you are not going to wait 60 years for the narcissistic person in your life to get really old and not look the way they want or be who they want, the most meaningful consequence, the consequence that all of these sub-consequences have in common, is when the narcissistic person loses supply. And while you may not and should not be able to topple their business or destroy their public reputation or make them fail financially, you have the power to do one thing, and that's pull back on your supply. Ultimately, the winner in that will be you, if you can withstand the baiting. Because if you're really lucky, they'll simply move to a new source of supply. And the real win is if you do not have to deal with their behavior on an ongoing basis. Because that right there, talking about consequences, that is a reward for you.
So I hope you heard that part. The reward of all of this is for you, Hannah. That's what this is about. This ain't about Dontay. He think he the content. He think it's about him. Oh, everybody here for me. They here for, nope. This is all for you. The reward is for you. Dr. Rahman even told you that. Listen closely.
So it's tough. What's meaningful to narcissistic people? What kinds of consequences matter to them? Yeah, some of them might be the same as you. Might say, look, I like admiration. You don't live for it. And for many of us, certainly none of us want to lose the things narcissistic people and us would have that. Everyone has that in common. That idea of supply and that other people are supply and that your power in their life is that you are bringing supply. Stop doing it and see what happens. Thanks again.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said, we got a lot of healing to do around here. We got a lot of people who are in the same boat Hannah's in right now. And I think we can help use her story to heal a lot of people. There's people currently going through it with a narcissist right now and didn't even realize it. They thought this person was just an asshole. No, it's a personality disorder. And if you don't know how to handle that personality disorder or even realize that they have one, life can be rough for you. Life is supposed to be peaceful. I woke up this morning. I ain't even ate breakfast yet. I got up, enjoyed my day. I came outside. I finished the wax on the front of the car. I got to wash that car over there. This one right here. I got to clean the front of the Jeep. I got my friend. You see that black car at the end? She came and parked her car over here because she had to fly to the airport. So I said, just park at my house. She had to go to the airport. So she parked here. I took her to the airport. Got the big black truck. We'll be cleaning this today, going out and making some money with that. My day is easy. It's peaceful. A narcissist will not want you to do that because they want the attention on them. And if you're not focused on them, and you're focused on trying to get all your stuff done and get everything done so you can have a great day, they're going to give you a rough time. They're going to argue with you. Why ain't you giving me attention? Why ain't you saying I'm cute? Why ain't you notice my shoes? Why ain't you notice my haircut? They're going to be riding your ass because they need that supply when you need to get stuff done. Hope you enjoy this series. My name's Jeff, and I'm your chef.
You the chef, dog. You cooking.
Shout out to all the true believers out there dropping them blessings in our comments when all these fake creators using this against y'all religion. This is for you. Now this for the guy got you. See you at the barbecue, and I got a spot for you. So gon' bust a block or two. What else is you gotta do? Just pull up to the potluck, cause I got a pot or two. And I got a lot of crew, and I got a lot to do. These chickens sitting simmer now, so I'm about to throttle through. The latest model you would do is still kinda bother you, but nobody's stopping you. I'm preaching that gospel, woo. My pop was still popping through. The cops are still watching, dude. The prophets on the block were shouting loud like the guy got you. They spitting the rituals and giving the signals. Religion getting spiritual, we getting residuals. The prophecy cyclical and poverty cyclical. See, dad leave, kids grieve, mamas need miracles, and I'm getting sick of you. The hood done went digital. These cameras all around, so it's easier getting you. The fiction that you spitting getting seriously critical. It's trash, like your ass on a minstrel. The coke about to bench you, the clan wanna lynch you. The evidence of pen is hella strong with the stench too. The barbecue I'm grilling for the women and men too. Your hands up in the sky when the spirit's within you, and you just wanna give it to the Lord. You done been through the droughts that you went through, but you wanna win too. It's constantly getting you to the point of a sin too. You gotta get that paper in your pockets, cause rent due. Cause even in Flint too, these criminals sprint through. The government bent you. See you on the bench, dude. Now you at the barbecue, and I got a spot for you. So gon' bust a block or two. What else is you gotta do? Just pull up to the potluck, cause I got a pot or two, and I got a lot of crew, but this for the guy got you.
We the guy got you.
For all my people out there that's true believers, you know what I'm saying, out there spreading that energy, spreading the word out there. I might not do it. These fake creators out there, they trying to do it to use it against you. I'm saying don't give up. Stay a guy got you if that's what you are, you know what I'm saying? Don't even be ashamed of believing in the Lord. Don't be ashamed of that. Do what you do. Don't worry about us. We just out here creating content, having a good time. But do not let nobody use that against you. You gotta peep that out for yourself, you know what I'm saying? We at the barbecue, and this is how we get down.
Okay, God, let come through. God was coming. It was coming through. People watching my stuff.
We the guy got you.
It get hot in that kitchen, boy. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. You the chef, dog. You cooking.